All right, everybody. Hello. Thank you for joining us for COVID, the storm up and moving forward. I wanted to put together some people that are in the community that work day to day to make sure that everybody can have resources and also get people involved as far as voting is concerned. I invited Medina, who definitely has a beautiful resume, which I didn't know until she sent it to me. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that you did a few things. So I'm going to introduce everyone first, and then Medina's going to moderate, and I'm going to also chime in and keep things moving as well. Starting with, we have Russell Hicks. He pretty much is the owner of Ebony Suns Enterprises. It's a consulting company that provides project management, business consulting, and training for social entrepreneurs, and organizations that serve youth on site. And you can go to ebonysons.com to check that out. He is the grand prize winner, Community Stars. Salute to the Solopreneurs. And a little bit of background with him. He's also been in Black Enterprise. He works with 75 youth entrepreneurs through various green industry sectors, including ecotourism, sustainable real estate, organic apparel, design, and merchandising. So you can check that out. I'm going to have all the links so that you can check him out. He also was on LaSalle University TV, which you can find there on YouTube. I'm going to have all his links so that you can connect with him as well. Also, I just wanted to point out that I'm a part of Civic Trust, which he invited me to. So if you're looking to get into politics and you don't know where to start, Russell Hicks is a great person to start with. And he will be able to guide you through the process, which he's doing with me right now. Next up, we have Fareed. And I just want to get this correct. You are running for state representative, correct?
Yes.
All right. Now with Fareed, he pretty much grew up in the inner city communities, and he is a public school teacher, and that's where he discovered children. He saw the need to become active in making his community better, inspired and determined to do more. So he educated himself. He holds a BA in sociology and anthropology, a master's in educational leadership, and currently Fareed is enrolled in Drexel University, Philadelphia, pursuing a doctoral degree in educational leadership and administration. And he has realized that hard work, education, and determination is what you need to build results in life. And he is, as I stated before, he's running for state rep. So definitely check him out so that you can find out more information and why he is a good candidate. And Medina, she is going to be our moderator for today. You can call her Queen Dina. I thought that was wonderful. I didn't know I could call you Queen Dina. She told me that when I met you. But she is a multi-talented force that's taken on entrepreneurship and leadership to new heights. This year alone, she launched the I Buy Black 2 initiative, which focused on shedding the light on some of the thriving Black-owned businesses and bars in the Philadelphia community by organizing and executing largest Black-owned business and bar crawl in Philadelphia. I wish I would have known about that. I did hear about the I Buy Black 2, but I definitely would have loved to been a part of the bar crawl. So outside of that, she also does event coordination. And Dina studies construction engineering technology at Temple University and works part-time for BFW Group Construction Management and is the acting CEO of her new business, Stumble Media Group, LLC. Stumble is a multifaceted tech-based company that focuses on the development and marketing of independent musical artists. So she's in the musical community as well. Now, I am going down to Hija. Now, this woman has a resume longer than my arm, and but I definitely just want to highlight some of the things that she did. She has blessed the world with 9 children, and she married at the young age of 17. She graduated summa cum laude from community college with health information management degree. Once her children were grown, she enrolled for her master's degree at the University of Southern New Hampshire School of Economic Community Development. And while doing that, she started working at the Nicetown CDC. With that, she brought her thesis to life and was the first to receive a contract to reestablish the Nicetown's NAC program. And then she moved up to become Chief Operating Officer. Now, she has so many other things that I can't even touch on, but she has definitely worked with millions and millions of dollars as far as helping people with housing. And I believe about 50 to 60 lots that you take care of underneath the Nicetown CDC.
It's 500 parcels.
Okay, there we go. So this woman is a woman to talk to. So with that said, I wanted to bring you guys together to talk about, resources, what people, because obviously that's what people are mostly in need of, and obviously moving forward. And we are in a time where voting and elections are really important. So to turn everything over to Medina, moving forward.
All right. Hello, everybody. So we're gonna, like she said, we want to just really touch on resources and information for the community, because a lot of people, one, don't know where they can, get involved, because a lot of people are sitting at home and, doing their social are some community events that are happening to keep people, active in a safe way, that I know a lot of. Then there are some resources for finding food and finding information on voting and certain things that a lot of people aren't privy to, because right now there's just like a lot of information being thrown out from the government, from local government, from your neighbors and friends and family, and nobody knows who actually to listen to. And so we wanted to bring together a good group of people that have reliable information and sources. So we're gonna just go around and talk to each person about what they're doing currently and where people can get certain information. So we're gonna start with Fareed Abdullah, running for 198th District State Rep. How are you doing? Oh, Fareed, you're on mute.
Let me unmute him.
Sorry. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry about that. Everyone, it's a pleasure to be on this Zoom. For everyone, it's amazing because I was just talking about how being on Zoom may be the way of the future for meeting places, even after this COVID has kind of went away, because it's more, in my opinion, it's easier. You don't have to get up and drive to a meeting place. But I want to again thank you, Medina, for moderating this, and for your associate for putting this thing together. So some of the things that I'm doing right now in the 198th, which is representing, serving Nicetown, Germantown, and also East Falls within Philadelphia. Every Monday and Thursday, I go to Triumph Baptist, Happy Hollow, Rec Center, Simon Gratz High School, and also Cleveland Elementary, where we serve the community. We at Simon Gratz and Cleveland Elementary, which is Mastery Charter, we give out food, hot breakfast, hot lunch, and the residents can come and get as much as they want. But at Happy Hollow and also at Triumph Baptist, they give out a care package, and each week it's something different. It could be canned goods, it could be potatoes, it could be noodles and different things of that nature. I've also
all right, I'm gonna take a walk.
I also
You want me to sit and watch you?
Can you mute it?
Oh, maybe he doesn't know he's
Yes.
Hello. Okay, so I've also volunteered with.
It's not turned on.
Mike, I think your volume is on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. So I've also volunteered in the free COVID-19 testing at Triumph Baptist and also at Masjid Allah, which isn't my district, but it's still Philadelphia. And I wanted to still extend my services. And I've also, I've done my own thing without a volunteer base, as far as me putting myself with other individuals who may have already started the process of change. But I've also created community cleanups in Germantown, and we're eventually working our way into the Nicetown area. We started on Shelton Avenue, and that was 2 weeks ago. And then today we also did another community cleanup. And also on May 25th, we're doing a feeding of the community. We're going to try to feed around 200 people, just people, you know, who are in need. We also, we try to direct people to get acclimated with voting online, how to fill out the application, to apply for a mail-in ballot. And we do also let people understand that there will be polling places open, but they will be limited polling places. But for people to really trust the process, because in certain communities, we know that people may not trust the electoral process. So we're trying to make sure that people are aware of who's running and why the individuals are running for office, and how to reach the resources that are needed for them to still survive in the time of need.
So I had a question though. So, because we just spoke about this, when it comes to the mail-in ballots, the deadline to submit those, when is that again?
It needs to be in, the mail-in ballot needs to be in by the 26th of this month.
By the 26th of this month.
Yes.
And one thing that I just found out, because I didn't realize, was for the mail-in ballot, you can't just, the form that you get online to print out, if you're looking to do a mail-in ballot, is the application to mail in your ballot. It's not the actual ballot.
You have to do an application to apply for a mail-in ballot, and it takes roughly around 2 weeks to get back. Some people said it's taken a little bit longer to get their mail-in ballot, but there has been a substantial amount of residents who have already received their mail-in ballot. So it is definitely a process. And I know even going throughout the community, you know, a lot of people still don't trust that process. So getting people who are used to going to a polling place to now trust, you know, voting by mail, a lot of people, they're not there yet. So this is going to be, you know, it's going to be a process to get people to that point.
Okay, and I also would, I want you to list again the places that people can go to receive like a care package or free food, because I know a lot of people that's one of their main concerns is like food and eating, especially because they're not getting enough money either from the government or from their jobs because hours were cut. So you said there were a few schools that you were stopping by. Are they just for children? Is it for specific groups of people?
No, you're talking about as far as receiving food. This is for the community. Anyone could come. I mean, you don't even have to live in that area to get, you know, to get a care package. It's basically until it's gone, and it's from 10 to 12 every Monday and Thursday. And I actually go to all the different areas or the different locations. You know, I might try to stay at one for 30 minutes, another one for 30 minutes, and I just try to allocate my time to make sure that people are, you know, still seeing the people who they want to, you know, support, that they're out there in the front line with everyone. So they can go to Happy Hollow Rec Center, which is on Wayne Avenue, between Wayne and Seymour. They can go to Simon Gratz, also Triumph Baptist on Monday and Thursday, which is off of Hunting Park. Simon Gratz is 1798 West Hunting Park, and 1648 Triumph Baptist, and also Cleveland Elementary, which is off of 19th in Erie, where people can go same time, Monday, Thursday from 10 to 12.
Okay. Thank you so much, Fareed. Can you let people know where they could reach out to you if they want to get involved in maybe your cleanups or
well, so
information on where to go for some of these resources?
Yeah, I do have a website. I have social media as well. My social media is Facebook at Fareed for State Rep of 198th Legislative District. And also my Instagram is Fareed for State Rep. And also my website is Vote Fareed, FAREED 2020.com. And you can see all the things that I'm doing and will continue to do. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Miss Majida.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Assalamu
Medina.
alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum salam. So you're with BFW? Is that with
Yes.
Blaine
Yes.
and those guys?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Fantastic developer.
Yes, he's great. I like it. They were only gonna keep me on for 3 months, and I've been there for 6+ so far. So I'm
That
just
says
glad
a lot.
to be part of them.
Awesome.
But how are you doing? How's everything with COVID? How's your family?
We're doing good. We're blessed and thankful. We've had some challenges here and there, as many people have in the family and in the workplace. You know, particularly in the community, we've lost some of our beloved Black captains and things like that. So we're trying to, you know, cope with that and keep it moving and keep serving the community in the process. So overall, we're doing pretty good. We're doing great.
I'm glad to hear it, and my condolences for the people you've lost. So you are the chairperson for the Nicetown CDC, correct? That's what
I'm the COO.
COO. Okay. So what is going on in Nicetown? Have you guys been having any type of community events with social distancing going on? How has it been reaching out to the community and getting information to them? Could you just touch on a little bit about that?
Well, basically, a lot of our staff, we have a NAC program, and NACs, it's about 21 NACs in the city that serve low to moderate income neighborhoods. And we were shut down initially when the ordinance came down, but my staff is.
And Mahida, what exactly does NAC stand for? I apologize.
Neighborhood Advisory Committee.
Okay,
and
thank you.
They're governed by, sorry about that, Neighborhood Advisory
That's fine.
Committee.
I'm a novice here, so.
So they're governed by the the Department of Housing and Community Development, and they provide supportive services. So our service area for that is 15 census tracts. So we cover all of Nicetown and 4 other portions of 4 other neighborhoods. And basically our staff has been working remotely for the most part, making sure we can reach out. We have huge databases of residents and stakeholders that we try to keep in touch with, community partners and things like that, and trying to work together to make sure we're doing wellness checks. We're still helping people sign up for programs. As I said today, the city launched the COVID-19 emergency rental assistance. So that's a big deal. It's an online process. So we're basically assisting people online and by telephone that having difficulties applying for that particular program. And so we're service oriented in terms of addressing immediate needs and people that may have a crisis going on. And we do it through partnerships, collaborating. We have a great partnership with the businesses in the community. A lot of them have been shut down now. So we're trying to help as much as we can in terms of getting them information about the relief programs and providing some technical assistance. And as you mentioned from my bio, we manage a land care program. We've done that for nearly 12 years now. And we basically maintain vacant parcels, vacant lots throughout Northwest Philadelphia. And through that process, we're able to hire people from the community, train them. And we've also spinned off a landscaping company that has been basically a great source of revenue for our organization. So the land is a big deal with us. Of course, we do affordable housing. I don't know if you're familiar with the Nicetown area around the Wayne Junction. You can see some of our mixed use developments there, and mixed use. So it's about almost 100 rental units there in the 43 and 4400 block of Germantown Avenue. As well as commercial.
And Mahida, that's the $8 million project they said that that you guys just finished or something, or it's going on now?
Well, no, the Nicetown Court 1 and 2, Nicetown Court 1 was a $12 million project. Nicetown Court 2, which was 50 townhouses, was $21 million project. And They've been around for between just about 10 years now. but we do scattered site affordable housing. They may have been referencing Rebuild. We're in the middle of I don't know if you're familiar with Rebuild, the city's Rebuild program, Rebuild initiative, restoring recreation centers, libraries, and playgrounds. And we're currently engaged in the Barrett Playground, which is in Logan. It's situated in our service area. That's a $9 million project to totally restore. It's going to be a total restoration of that particular recreation center. And we've just signed off on another grant agreement to do a recreation center outside of our service areas in West Philadelphia. So we have like a kind of a comprehensive base of activities, projects, and programs that we run just based on the needs of the communities we serve.
Okay.
And in terms of the food thing, we're doing that as well. We've been doing food distribution for well over almost since, that's the first program we ever had, was the food cupboard. And since COVID-19 happened, we kind of expanded that in a partnership with Temple University.
Mm-hmm.
We have a collaborative group of organizations that are working with Temple, and Temple has made us one of their satellites to distribute food, actually deliver food, as opposed to people coming up and standing in line for it. So that's a really, really great process, a really great project, partnering with Zion Baptist Church, the Linfest Center, Hunting Park Neck, local schools, Beckett Life Center, different community groups like that working together to serve the community and also include the youth in the process. So we've been talking about things like our people are still gathering without masks and things like that, trying to figure out ways to address that. So our whole existence is based on partnership and collaboration. We couldn't do anything that we've been doing over the years without some strategic partnerships that have proven to be very impactful in the community.
That sounds amazing. So I want to bring it back to what you said when you were talking about the services that you're doing for COVID. Oh, I'll get to the food one, but you said you were helping people with rental assistance. Can you explain that process and how that's working out for the Nicetown CDC? Because I know that a lot of people have been having issues, which is probably why you're getting a high volume caller. Can you just explain exactly what the rental assistance, basically what it entails? Like, will people get their full rental rent, or will they just be able to defer rent for another time? Because a lot of people aren't sure what exactly it all entails.
Right. Well, basically, this process is all online. So it provides, and it's for people whose income has been affected by COVID-19. So it does not provide resources for back rent. So basically, they want to know how your income was affected by COVID-19. If it was, then you will qualify. It's based on income levels as well, but you will qualify for up to $2,500 over a 3-month period. So they're looking to cover rent for April, May, and June in this particular phase of it. And they're looking to probably do a re-up on it a couple more times, because you can get up to $10,000 in 1 year if you qualify and if COVID-19 is progressively affecting you. It's all about, you know, the effect of COVID-19, not necessarily any issues that you were having prior to COVID.
Okay. So if someone was to say, I don't know if you know this, if someone was to say apply for the money, does it come directly to them, or would it go to their landlord or tenant or?
Great question. It goes directly to their landlord. So okay. That's also a piece that has to be in place. The landlord, of course, has to have a rental license. If he does not, if the landlord does not have a rental license, they won't be able to apply. Also, if the landlord has outstanding taxes or issues with the city of Philadelphia, they do have a provision where they can fast track the issues with the landlord. If he has issues like that, that can be rectified so that the tenants or residents can apply for the program. So yeah, it goes directly to the landlord, not to the applicant.
Okay. And I also wanted to ask, so with your food bank program, is there a way for people to donate and receive food? Like, where would they be able to pick up food?
Right. Well, we've been doing it from 2 of our locations, our NAC office, which is at 4300 Germantown Avenue. That's where we have our food covered normally, but it's gotten so huge because we're getting food from 3 different sources now. So now we do it from our community room, which is shut down, no gatherings. So we've taken over, food has taken over the community room at Nicetown Court. And that's at 4340 Germantown Avenue. So they can come there. We usually distribute food every Tuesday there at Nicetown Court between 10 and 3. We did it today, between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. And also we've been putting masks in the grocery bags, and they've been really getting a huge variety of things because we had a drop that was given to us, and it had personal care items in it as well. So they get produce, canned goods, and it changes from week to week. So that's been ongoing, and we have just a great team. I can't say enough about our team that comes out, and we practice social distancing for those who do come and pick up, and we deliver to seniors and people that are shut in or handicapped. So we have a whole team, drivers, volunteers, and things like that. And it's just been just great. We've served thousands at this point now.
Can I ask something?
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, you work within a community. Now, do you do anything for small businesses or anything like that as far as the community is concerned, or it's just mostly residents?
Well, we do. We have the Nicetown Business Association, which is like a lot of business associations. They go up and down. And right now, many of them are suffering because they had to shut down for if they're not essential. So we work with the Department of Commerce and other agencies and entities to bring resources to the businesses. We've done a number of trainings, technical assistance, and workshops to provide these resources to the businesses, and it's been pretty impactful. When we first came to Nicetown, there was a lot of vacancy, a lot of businesses were not there. So progressively over time, new businesses are being attracted to the area, and a lot is because of the new development and things like that, but we still got a lot of work to do in terms of small businesses. And that goes from the vendors. We have vendors that vend on Germantown Avenue sometimes, especially where the underpass, the Roosevelt Boulevard goes over Germantown Avenue. So we're looking to help build the capacity of the businesses, and those that want to expand, help them figure out ways to do that and direct them towards where some potential resources are.
That's great. And Majida, can you let everyone know where they could get some of those resources from? If you have a website, a direct email that people could ask for more information or links to any resources that you and the CDC might have for them.
Yes, we do have a website. It's www.nicetowncdc.org. And we have a direct email, info@nicetowncdc.org. And you can reach myself and my staff, the next staff basically, to answer those emails, email inquiries. And they also can call 215-329-1824. Even when we're not there, we're answering, pulling the messages off of the voicemail. So they can call, they can email, or they can go to our website and see some of the things that we're doing in the community.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
I
much.
do want to say one thing. I was waiting around for the mayor to announce today if the YY Welcome America was going to be still going on, and apparently it's going to be virtual. Did you hear about that? So I know the Nicetown CDC has a big festival every year called the Give Back Festival. It's the first week. It's always the second weekend in August, and we're on.
I perform there.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So we're all on pins and needles trying to figure out, you know, if we're still going to do it. The production team, of course, is all gung ho, but you know, with everything that's going on, we have to weigh everything and see if we'll still be doing. But that'll be our 18th year. Hopefully, we'll see.
Wow.
Or we may have to join you guys like this, virtual.
I mean, virtual events are like everywhere now. It's just popping up. So I feel like that's the new thing for everybody.
Yeah, we better figure it out, huh?
Yeah, August is gonna come around soon.
Now, before you get off, I just, because Mike has been patiently on the line, pretty much he is the director of Uptown Radio. He only sent me a short bio of himself, but he is the show producer. He's also the director, and he's a show producer of Most Slept On, Uptown, Date Night, and also Wake Up Call. His name is Big Cuz, and he's the program director for WJYN 98.5 FM Uptown Radio. So whenever you have anything or decide to do anything, definitely incorporate us, because since we are community-based, we would like to definitely be a part, you know, of any events that you're moving forward with.
That would be great. And, you know, we're just thankful that you guys are here in this format. And, you know, I want to thank you for having me on. I should have said that initially. Thank you guys for having me on. It's a pleasure.
Yes, I'm honored to have you on. You know, as I stated, you have a resume and you work with millions of dollars and you've been helping the community and you have beautiful big family and blah, blah, blah. But thank you for joining us and having patience and everything. So
it's my pleasure. Thank you.
So back to you, Medina. I know I was jumping in, but.
No, you're fine. Okay, so next we have Russell Hicks from Ebony Suns Enterprises. How are you?
Good, I'm blessed.
That's good.
Staying home and staying healthy.
That's good. I mean, a lot of people aren't, so I'm glad you're staying home and staying healthy. So we just wanted to check in with you on, yes, the mask, the N95. That's the one. We just wanted to check in with you on how everything's going with COVID, how you're staying involved in the community. I see you have 3 different masks to go outside.
It's not a game.
It's not a game. So, yeah, so why don't you start us off? Tell us what's going on.
Well, thank you. I'm honored as well to be here. And thank you, Medina and Marquetta, for bringing us together and providing resources to our community. And you brought together all stars of leaders in the community. And I'm just happy to be here with you. To piggyback on some of the things that Queen Majida Rashid covered. And let me say that Nicetown CDC, they do excellent work. I've also done fashion shows and done vending at the annual festival. And one of the resources I would say, well, let me say this. I'm happy that Nicetown CDC is working with the small business. I can be a resource when the economy emerges for technical assistance, business planning, and going online with your business. But I'm glad that you guys are also developing land and property, because housing and access to land, as you know, we need the land to grow food. And in regards to local food systems being self-sufficient and communities having access to fresh fruits and vegetables every day to cook with is paramount. And so that's the priority, because as we do enter this next depression here, food and access to fresh, healthy food is the #1 resource. Also, we are one another's resource, and probably the most valuable resource is each other. And the people, you know, uniting and coming together, doing just this, talking with each other, the dialogue, planning, organizing, sharing resources, and checking in on family and friends. I know, you know, some of the young people that I mentor, and that's really my reputation is with the young people. You know, I see them out there not wearing the mask. So you see, I have 3 different types. One of the resources, we're doing this, maybe something to think about with the Mayor's Office of Community Engagement Volunteer Service. They're training community captains to distribute resources like masks and other things and share information. And that's one of the projects my company is working on in regards to civic engagement with the Citizens Campaign.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
I think he
Russell?
froze or his phone dropped or something. Oh,
Oh,
this is
no, he was literally just
so,
about to
I
share.
know he was so. I know we're gonna get it back on. He's gonna come back on. But I do want to take a minute with because he said that he wanted to say a few words. He can also you know, his DJ skills, his hosting skills. He's a big ball of energy, and he is definitely a person that you would love to have around. A couple words. You have to unmute yourself. Okay, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Hey, how are you? Good to hear from y'all. Good to see y'all. Appreciate y'all. So going back to the CDC situation, Uptown Radio, we do offer PSA services.
Oh,
So
wow.
if the CDC has a PSA that they want to get out to the public, our antenna range definitely covers Nicetown. It'll make it most way up the hill in Germantown. But if you want to get some information out, we will definitely read for you, or if you have a prepared minute PSA, we can air that for you.
Oh, that was nice. Thank you. That's good.
And,
That's good to know.
and I'm taking a walk around. I'm in Germantown right now. I moved up here, so appreciate this area. It's very nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
I love Germantown. I lived in Germantown for 10 years, and it is a historical community. You know, almost my background in civic engagement, I almost got the first Haitian to become state rep in District 161. We came 250 votes, knocking off the oldest state rep at the time in 2012. But Germantown, you know, Steve Kinsey is up there on Germantown Avenue, and just to encourage everyone to engage with your elected officials because they are elected, and so they're accountable to the people, and we have to hold them to that. Some of the work I do in the public sector is engaging folks not only to vote, but also to run for office, to testify at city council when they're voting on bills that impact communities, to show up at these city council sessions. The next one, actually May 21st, the Citizens Campaign and the Philadelphia Civic Trust. Our trustees, we're going to look to have a few give public statements around coronavirus responses and the city's emergency response plan. So get involved in Germantown, West Philly, wherever you are in Philadelphia. But it's also, you know, writing letters and, you know, doing open requests to find out the laws that are already on the book so we can change them and vote for the changes we want to see in our communities.
So, Russell, I have a question. So you're very involved with the community, and you know, bringing people together. From what you know now with what's going on with COVID and the people you're surrounded with, what do you think the overlining, I guess, public, what's the word I'm trying to use? The public opinion on how the city has been handling COVID? Like, what do you think is going on in the community, where their mindset is?
Well, the mindset is, everybody is really struggling. It's, a tough time with, people, being inside, and spirits are, it's a time to really collect yourself spiritually. But, for the public health crisis and pandemic that we're in, the number one thing is to really, be a resource for each other, to stay still, because this too shall pass. And when, economy does reopen or reemerges, and I wouldn't be so fast to do that, because we need a whole reset in this country, this city, and our communities. So it is a time to think about that reset and to shift our mindsets around, loving ourselves again, culturally, economically, having political strategy, and doing for ourselves from the bottom up. From the top down, we have a leadership issue. So until that's changed, we have to organize and do what we can at the bottom to support our families in the community.
I agree. So you said May 28th is like a city council meeting where people can voice their opinions. How is that being done? Is it via Zoom? Is it on the city's website somewhere?
Yes, it is on the city's website, and it's, public information on the 21st. So city council sessions are Thursdays. They're scheduled Thursdays now during the pandemic, and they are online. If you want to give a public statement on those Thursdays, they have city council sessions. You have to call in on the Wednesday before that Thursday city council session, to give them your name so they can put you on the list. So the Citizens Campaign, our trustees from the Philadelphia Civic Trust, we want to do that on the 20th. And then on the 27th, which is our next meeting, we're going to report back to the community and with each other. And every month we hold a space for community organized to do just that, to organize around the laws and the next steps around different issues that impact us pre-pandemic, during the pandemic, and after. So yes, the 21st is the next city council session. May 27th, we'll be on Zoom for our next Philadelphia Civic Trust meeting to plan, for the next council. So they meet every other Thursday, but the schedule is online on the city's website.
Okay. And so what are some steps that the city are going to make going forward with COVID-19 that you're aware of right now? Like, what are some things that are being discussed?
Well, I know one of the things we're discussing is partnering with city agents to certify people to be emergency responders in their community. So people can be a resource to their family and community, whether that be access to food, knowing where food banks are, distributing masks to people on the blocks, and to people in the community, in the neighborhoods, just the education. And the education is powerful. So, any knowledge and information, and the correct information based on facts and data is power, but the application of that knowledge and information is powerful. So we are looking to certify, people to be change agents in their community. Also, there's a lot of resources we post online on Facebook. If you go to the Philadelphia Civic Trust page on Facebook, there's a lot of public sector resources that I post there. But from the private sector, if you're interested in entrepreneurship, I also post on Facebook at Ebony Suns Enterprises, my business page. And you can also go to the website at ebonysons.com to subscribe for more insight to the light and some of the business coaching we provide to individual entrepreneurs.
Okay, thank you, Russell. Makita, do you have any questions? You're on mute.
She said, I've been doing this. She's like, you come talk to me, right? Hey, I'm in the game, right? But
Yeah,
yeah.
Medina, you work with Calvin Snowden, right? With real estate development?
No, I work with Blaine Stoddard.
Stoddard, oh yes.
Yeah.
Tell him Russell says hello. He's also a great resource and a mentor.
He is.
Great.
He's doing some really wonderful things, in the construction field, especially now, because OSHA is now, the state and the government are implementing COVID-19 practices into construction, which is going to get more and more complicated because you have, 30 to 40 people working on a site, but then they can't really share tools anymore. They have to disinfect everything. They have to stay 6 feet apart. So then it's just going to make a lot of the construction take a lot longer than it needs to. And there's going to be a lot more fines being handed out to different construction sites that aren't following it. So COVID's really changing everything for right now, and it's getting really complicated.
Yeah, safety first. And OSHA will have new standards in regards to construction in every industry. So everybody in any industry should be thinking about their COVID, post-COVID operations in regards to safety and preparation and keeping people healthy. And one of the things I work on is workforce and training young people for construction industries and other industries. But it is getting that OSHA certification and being safe. But also redesigning buildings to be LEED certified and to use alternative energy sources in addition to keeping the air clean. But yeah, that's an industry that has definitely changed, and I'm looking forward to getting back into the real estate market once the economy reemerges.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big shift in every aspect, not just in safety, just in the way bids are gonna be handled. Like everything is changing now, and it's shifting to like online rebuild, which is like a new initiative that Majida mentioned earlier, that they have a project with. They're scrambling, trying to shift everything for their like multi-million-dollar projects, and it's getting really complicated for like a lot of people and a lot of industries. And so just to see how we're going to come out of it on the other end, if things are just going to stay a little bit the same, everybody's still reserved and still doing online meetings and everything still being handled virtually, or are we going to go back to like full presence? It's going to be really interesting. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll let Blaine know to let us know how we can help. I work with Dr. Joe Williams, who's the Black developer in the city that he also knows very well. So on all of this, we will reemerge, but let's work together.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I will let him know. Thank you so much. And Russell, can you mention again where people can reach you and get information from Ebony Suns Enterprises and the city community development?
Yes, if it's the private sector, and if you're looking to start a business and need business coaching, training, we will be launching our online training platform this fall at ebonysuns.com. That's EBONYSUNS.com. But you can subscribe today to get more information and to stay in touch. Also, from the public sector side, go to thecitizenscampaign.org. That the citizens with the S campaign.org, and take the pledge to leave your city in a better place, in a better condition, and to work with us in regards to civic engagement with the city. And go to Facebook for resources for both. The Philadelphia Civic Trust has a lot of resources on that page, as well as Ebony Suns Enterprises has a lot of business resources on that page.
Thank you so much. Okay. So I think we've spoken to everyone. But I'm so glad to be here. Makita, you have anything you want to add or any questions you want to add?
Okay, because all right. And yes, I'm Persia, Medina.
Persia.
Yes. Prr.
Oh,
Okay.
goodness.
So no, everything was fantastic. I'm so happy that you could you know, help moderate. You have you been on that side of you know, politics a lot longer than I have, so you could ask the proper questions and keep things moving. I actually sought out a lot of these people through some of the networks that I have. Me and Russell, we've known each other for years. He's helped me. He's put me on different shows. I reached out to Solomon, who's now the is he the director? I'm sorry, not the director. No,
He's a net coordinator. He's actually a coordinator. He was actually in the
so
office
yes,
today.
that's
So,
what it was. Yeah. So I reached out to Solomon. He put me on to you. He told me that you're the key person to speak to. Obviously, after seeing your bio, I realized that you are. Um, and then I wanted to bring Big Cuz on because he is the director, I guess, music director of Uptown Radio, and he pretty much keeps everything running smoothly, and he actually connects with the community. And if you need to connect with any other DJs, any other hosts, or anybody like that, if you want more exposure, connect with him because he knows everybody. He pretty much handpicked everybody that's on the station. And then obviously seeing you, Medina, which I've actually, as I stated before, I saw the Buy Black. So it's awesome that just, you know, magically we connected. And I'm always looking to connect with more women, obviously. So I thank everybody for joining us. Obviously, you know, Fareed as well for joining us. Check him out since he's running for state rep. Get your votes in. And that's pretty much it. So Uptown Radio, this is what it is.
I want to say something before we get out of here.
You want to say something?
Yes, I appreciate y'all putting this together. It's very well done. And what we can do, if you you hit the recording and you download it and you if you're able to send me an MP3, we can play.
I got you. We're gonna talk about this off stage.
You got that. We can do this. You can do this on a regular basis, and then, you know, this is the kind of stuff that we need. Community radio, so we need to hear from the community. Back to you, Persia.
Yeah.
Thank you, Big Cuz. All right, so this is Uptown Radio, and we are out. Bam!
Bye. Thank you.
Oh, what is that? Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.